I've just returned from a wonderful adventure, something I've never done before, and that is sailing around the British Virgin Islands. Actually, with 3 other couples sailing the boat all by ourselves. We didn't have a crew, and I learned so much about sailing. I learned how to read the water and all kinds of things, but one of the things I watched is the guys up at the front when we would come in each evening. We'd need to drop the anchor, and I was thinking about that anchor in the depths of the water, and it made me think. I kept thinking, I know there's some verse about God being our anchor, and so when I got home I looked it up. So I'd like to look at that with you today. So if you would turn into Hebrews, towards the end of the New Testament. We're going to be in chapter 6, and we're going to look at verse 19, which says, "We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. It enters the inner sanctuary behind the curtains." And it goes on and talks about that. But basically, I wanted to look at the hope that we have in the Lord being our anchor. You know, an anchor on a ship is what holds a ship secure. And that is the only way that as we're tossed to and fro, as my mother would say, in the waves and the storms of life, the only way to keep us, our ship, secure is to place our hope in the Lord, and that's our anchor. You know, when they would put the anchor down, sometimes I would think, how deep is that anchor having to go before it hits bottom? But when it hits bottom, that's what keeps it secure. And I was thinking, our hope actually, our anchor goes upward, and it's tied to Christ. And because of that, we are firmly secure and safe with what happens to us in life, because Christ is the anchor of our soul. And when we place our hope in Him, it doesn't matter the storms that come into our life and knock us around. We can know that it's going to be okay, that He's going to see us through the storm, and that there'll actually be a rainbow on the other side. So if you happen to be going through a stormy time of life right now, think of that anchor, and anchor that, your heart and your soul, to that of Christ. Get into His Word, dive into His Word, place your hope in Him, and He will see you safely through the storm. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to click on like or leave me a comment. I love those. Or share. When you click on share below, it puts it to your page, and the people in your world can have a little bit of goodness. So thanks to those of you who support the videos and for joining me. I appreciate your time. Be blessed.